Today we have a monster simulation as we are trading the top 100 players in the NBA today at random using a wheel. I mean, this whole new league is going to be madness. So now with the top 100 players on new teams, we will then simulate a season and live playoff simulation on NBA 2K23 to determine the winner. So fellas, this is going to be crazy. The wheel draft is up next, so go grab a snack and let's go. Fellas, here we go. We are on to the most famous wheel draft on Halftime Productions, and we have a special one today as we're trading the top 100 players in the league. And guys, this is going to be a long video. I mean, this could be up to 25 to 30 minutes, so hopefully you guys stay tuned. Go grab your favorite snack, go get a snack, and just relax. I have the camera out. We're going to be talking some basketball. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to begin with the best player in basketball, Nikola Jokic, and he's going to go to the Orlando Magic, so he goes to the Eastern Conference. And now, fellas, this is going to be in 4 parts. This is part number 1 through 30. And now going to the Sacramento Kings will be Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the Greek Freak is headed to the Western Conference. And Sacramento fans, I mean, that's a huge pickup. You get the second pick. And now the third pick will be Luka Doncic. And he's going to go to the Washington Wizards. So Luka goes to the East. And we see Giannis go to the West. This is going to be a crazy league. I'm just so excited for this simulation. And now going to the Golden State Warriors, it's going to be Joel Embiid. So can Joel Embiid finally win a championship? As next up, LeBron James, the greatest player in NBA history, and he's going to the Pelicans. Listen, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, there is nobody better than those two. They are number 1 and 2 without even questioning. As Stephen Curry, he's going to be headed to the Chicago Bulls. So Curry's going to be going to Chicago. Can he get a championship with the Bulls? It's going to be fun to watch. And now we got KD up next at a 96 overall. And he's going to be going to the Denver Nuggets. So he joins a team that won this year, but there will be no Jokic, Aaron Gordon. I mean, the Nuggets are going to lose so many players in this wheel draft. And now going to the Indiana Pacers, my guy, Jayson Tatum, who I think is the 3rd best player in the NBA at the moment, behind Jokic and behind Giannis. And now going to the New York Knicks, looks like Damian Lillard is going to go to New York. So New York Knicks fans, you guys get Dame. I know he's actually rumored to go to Miami in real life. That still hasn't happened yet, but by the time this video comes out, maybe it has. And now going to the Portland Trail Blazers is Shai G-Alexander. He's a 94 overall. Do you guys think that's a little bit high, or do you think he deserves it? I mean, he was all first-team NBA. And going to Toronto Raptors, Anthony Davis, he's also the 94 overall. And here is Jimmy Butler up next. Jimmy Butler, he could be really good or he could be mediocre, and he's going to my Boston Celtics. Oh my goodness, you know what? I'm actually happy about this. Jimmy Butler's a great player, and he's going to my Celtics, so I can't be mad. As Ja Morant is up next, and he'll be going to the Charlotte Hornets, and there will be no suspension on Ja Morant in this video. I know he's suspended for like 30 games, but I'm taking that suspension off. No injuries as well. And now, guys, next up, going to the Oklahoma City Thunder, we got Kawhi Leonard. He used to be like the top 5, top 10 players here on 2K, and he's dropped all the way down to 14, mainly because of injury and stuff like that. But going to the Detroit Pistons now, we have Zion Williamson. Zion and Ja Morant have been 2 big stories this offseason, and they weren't about basketball. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But now we got Devin Booker going to the LA Clippers. And man, guys, I just am excited for this simulation. Again, we don't do simulations like this, trading the 100 best players. This is going to be a long video, so again, hopefully you guys stay tuned. And now the Lakers, they're going to pick up Donovan Mitchell, so how about that? Donovan Mitchell going to LA. And next up, fellas, we got Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie will be going to the San Antonio Spurs. So, he was so close to going to the Lakers. Lakers fans, how do you feel about that one? It seems like Kyrie always is so close to going to the Lakers. And now going to the Miami Heat, it is going to be James Harden. So James Harden, the beard, will be in Miami. As next up, Jaylen Brown at a 90 overall, one of my favorite players on the Boston Celtics, and he's going to be going to the Memphis Grizzlies. No Ja Morant in Memphis, but Marcus Smart will be there because he's not on this top 100, which is still crazy. Marcus Smart, guys, in my opinion, is a top 25 player in the NBA. As going to the Houston Rockets, it is going to be Trae Young. And I'm so serious about that. I know I'm laughing, but I'm serious. Marcus Smart impact on the NBA. Defensively, he could shoot the shot, get to the lane, great passer. I mean, listen, Marcus Smart, I could talk about him for days. He's one of the best players in NBA history. But now going to the Atlanta Hawks, that is going to be De'Aaron Fox at an 89 overall. And here's Domantas Sabonis of the Sacramento Kings. And now he's going to be playing for the Utah Jazz, fellas. So Jazz fans, you guys get Domantas Sabonis. So here's Tyrese Halliburton up next, just got the bag, signed a big deal with the Pacers, and now he's going to be headed to Cleveland for this simulation. Next up, Jrue Holiday at an 88 overall. It's still crazy that he's such a, high overall in year 2023. He's been in the league for so long, and look at this. He's going back to the 76ers, the team that he was drafted by, and now we got CP3 going to the Milwaukee Bucks. That's going to be interesting. Chris Paul in Milwaukee. So 3 players left here in part 1. And now we got Darius Garland, and he is headed to the Dallas Mavericks with 2 players left, Zach LaVine and Bradley Beal. And Zach LaVine, will he be going back to Minnesota? No, it is going to be the Brooklyn Nets, leaving Bradley Beal to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves. But guys, that is going to wrap up wheel number 1. We have 4 wheels. Like I said, this is in 4 parts. Hopefully you stay tuned. So let's get to number 2. Number 2 is going to be 31 through 60. So again, if you were watching this whole video, I definitely appreciate it. We're just having some fun. We're talking NBA, we're talking the best players, and going to the Orlando Magic is going to be DeMar DeRozan. So how crazy is that? Magic fans, you guys get back-to-back #1 picks. So you have DeMar DeRozan and Jokic already on Orlando, and now going to Denver will be Bam Adebayo. So Bam Adebayo will be in Denver. Now going, let's see, to Milwaukee will be Brandon Ingram. So the Bucks, they get Chris Paul and now Brandon Ingram. How is that going to work out? We're going to have to find out in this simulation. And now we see Pascal Siakam go to the Detroit Pistons. But as you guys know, once we're done with the wheel draft, we simulate the playoffs with live games. And here is Julius Randle going to the Charlotte Hornets. So Julius Randle and John Morant will be on the same squad. Next up, fellas, though, Mikal Bridges. He is headed to the Atlanta Hawks. And how about Mikal Bridges? He has turned into a really, really great player. I think he could be an all-star next season. And now going to Miami Heat will be Kristaps Porzingis. So Kristaps is in Miami for the simulation. Next up, though, Jalen Brunson, an 87 overall, and he's going to the Pelicans. So Jalen Brunson, all-star, I think so. Now, next up, Jaren Jackson Jr., all-star. I think so as well. I mean, he could be a top 30 player, but he's going to the Portland Blazers. He played such great defense in that Lakers-Grizzlies series and this year's playoffs in the first round, even though they lost. But anyways, going to the Utah Jazz will be Evan Mobley. As now at number 41, we have LaMelo Ball, also just signed a big contract with the Hornets, and he's going to go to the Washington Wizards. So while the Wizards have Luka and now LaMelo Ball, so oh my goodness, that team is low-key stacked, I'm not going to lie. And now going to the Knicks to join Damian Lillard will be Anthony Edwards. Okay, so low-key, the Knicks are actually heating up. That team looks good. And now going to the Houston Rockets, we got Klay Thompson, as he is the 43rd best player in the NBA. Of course, according to NBA 2K, this is the NBA 2K ratings in order. As going to the Spurs to join Victor Wembanyama, it is going to be Karl-Anthony Towns. So that big duo out there is going to be tough to beat. And now next up, Chris Middleton. He's headed to the Dallas Mavericks. So no Kyrie, no Luka, but they got Chris Middleton now on the squad. Next up, guys, Lauri Markkanen is going to be a Toronto Raptor. I mean, Raptors fans out there, comment down below. Where are the Raptors fans? I feel like I never see Raptors fans in the comments anymore. But now we got the Indiana Pacers getting Desmond Bane. And here's Brook Lopez up next at number 48. And he is headed to Philadelphia, so he joins Jrue Holiday. So the Bucks squad just moved over a city. They go into Philadelphia now in this simulation. And now, guys, we got Miles Turner, 85 overall, and he's headed to the Brooklyn Nets. Oh my. Do you guys hear that? Someone's just like banging upstairs. Listen, I'm in the basement. This is my studio, by the way. I know it's the best, but I'm kidding. Going to the Sacramento Kings, guys. We got Cade Cunningham, former Detroit Piston, and now we got Jalen Green. Oh my goodness, Jalen Green. What is going on with Jalen Green? I mean, if you know, you know. You've seen the video, and he's going to the Chicago Bulls. What has this offseason been? Zion, Ja, and now Jalen Green. Oh my goodness. And now the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're going to end up getting Josh Giddey at an 84 overall. He's from the Oklahoma City Thunder. For all the, I mean, there's no casuals out there. I feel like everybody watching knows basketball. And now going to the LA Lakers will be Paulo Banchero. So how about that? Paulo Banchero, rookie of the year last year, now in LA. My Boston Celtics, we already have Jimmy Butler, and now we're getting Rudy Gobert. That is going to be a weird combination. I'm not sure how that's going to work, Gobert and Jimmy Butler, but we're going to find out. As going to the LA Clippers, we got Tyler Hero as an 84 overall. Here is Tyrese Maxey up next. Honestly, very underrated player, and he's going to the Phoenix Suns. He was low-key the Sixers' best player in that Celtics-Sixers series here this year in the playoffs. Let me know if you Sixers fans agree or disagree with that. As now going to the Cavaliers, we got DeJounte Murray, and now Jamal Murray left, CJ McCollum, and Jordan Poole, as Jamal Murray will be headed to the Golden State Warriors. So no Steph in Golden State, but you get Jamal Murray. Now here's CJ McCollum up next, and he'll be going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That means last up at number 60 is Jordan Poole, and he'll be going to the Memphis Grizzlies, guys. But now, fellas, we're going to head to part number 3, wheel number 3 of this draft, 61 through 90. Hopefully your favorite team has some of your favorite players on it. So we begin with Franz Wagner at an 84 overall. He's number 61, and he'll be going to the Pelicans, as Jarrett Allen is up next from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And now to Milwaukee to join Chris Paul and Brandon Ingram. That is going to be fun. And have you guys noticed every player in this draft is above an 80 overall? Like, if I did this simulation years ago, it would not be like that. That just goes to show you the talent in the NBA today. As we see Vucevic, he's going to go to the Pistons. As we continue on, 65, Claxton, he'll be going to the Hawks, so the Hawks get the big fella. And now here is Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes will be going to Philly, so the Sixers are looking good. Lopez, Barnes, Jrue Holiday, not a bad squad. As the Clippers, they're going to get Draymond Green. So Draymond is now in LA, not the Lakers, but the Clippers still. Here's Michael Porter Jr. though, and he's going to my Boston Celtics, joining Jimmy Butler and Rudy Gobert. So that's a weird team, but let's see if it's going to work. Now the Knicks, guys, they're going to get Robert Williams III. The Knicks, I'm not going to lie, probably one of the better teams so far we've seen in this wheel draft. And as we see Clint Capella go to the Kings, now we have Miles Bridges. He is back, and he is headed to the LA Lakers. We haven't seen Miles Bridges play in a long time, of course. We know why, but still, he's a great player. As Fred VanVleet, he's going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and now the former Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell, will be going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And right now, if you're watching this video, let me know down below, like, if you made it to this part, comment GOAT. That means you're watching all the way through, and I really appreciate that. You guys are seriously all the GOATs. As we continue on, as now going to Chicago Bulls, joining Stephen Curry will be Jonas Valanciunas, and now we get a 76, Walker Kessler, and he'll be going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Walker Kessler actually had a really good season last year for the Jazz. And now, fellas, up next, Aaron Gordon, and he'll be going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It is still crazy. Denver lost 4 of their 5 starters so far in this wheel draft. As Keldon Johnson, he is headed to Charlotte to join the Hornets. That means Kyle Kuzma is up next. Where will Kuzma be going to? It is going to be the Dallas Mavericks. I can't lie, not really that bad of a pickup for Dallas. You get Kuzma at 79 out of 100. I feel like he should be up there higher. As Dinwiddie, he is number 80, and he's going to the Spurs. I really like Dinwiddie a lot. Underrated, very great player. And now going to the Blazers, we got Alfred Sengun, another player who I think is underrated. So many underrated players. And Malcolm Brogdon, he is headed to the Orlando Magic with Jokic. That team was looking good. Now here's RJ Barrett. Mr. Barrett will be going to the Indiana Pacers, as now at number 84, OG Anunoby. He's leaving Toronto, and he is headed to the Wizards with Luka Doncic and LaMelo Ball. That Wizards team, so good. Here's Wendell Carter Jr. though, and he'll be going to the Golden State Warriors. So Wendell Carter Jr. and Golden State. And now Christian Wood is up next. Christian Wood will be going to the Brooklyn Nets, and that means only 4 players left here. And we have Andrew Wiggins at 87. 82 overall. I feel like he should be higher, but he's going to go to the Phoenix Suns. He did miss a lot of last year. And now we have Jordan Clarkson. He just signed a deal with the Jazz, and he'll be going to the Denver Nuggets for this simulation. So Emmanuel Quickly, I think. Sometimes I say it wrong. He'll be going to the Houston Rockets with Klay Thompson, leaving the last player, number 90, Steven Adams, to go to the Utah Jazz. So guys, part 3 is over. One more part. We have made it. We are only doing 10 players. We're doing 100. And at 91, Markelle Fultz will be going to the Utah Jazz. So sorry to 20 other teams out there who won't get a 4th player. And if you're one of these teams that gets an extra player, you are very lucky. At Chicago, they didn't need an extra player. Their team is already so stacked, as they get Yusuf Nurkic. And now Marcus Smart will be going to the Philadelphia 76ers with Jrue Holiday, Brook Lopez, and Scotty Barnes. That team, I'm not glad. Philly, right now, they have a shot at winning the championship. As Milwaukee, they get Jeremy Grant, so Milwaukee, Philly is looking good. And guys, the Eastern Conference right now is absolutely stacked. I mean, who is beating the Wizards? Who is beating the Magic? The Sixers are good. The Bucks are good. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for this simulation to get underway. As Bobby Portis, he is going to be going to the Indiana Pacers. So only a couple players left. Now we got Russell Westbrook up at an 81 overall, and he is headed to the Detroit Pistons. Westbrook should be a top 50 player. Why are they disrespecting Westbrook like that? I'm just going to be honest, guys. Westbrook is one of my favorite players. As we see Cam Johnson go to the Washington Wizards. So the Wizards just keep getting better and better as 2 players left. Bojan Bogdanovic, the former Detroit Piston, now my Boston Celtics, so I'm pretty happy about that. As the last but not least, Jaden Ivey, the last player on this top 100 list, and he'll be going to the Brooklyn Nets. So fellas, we are done. If you made it to this part of the video, let me know down below. We have just traded the top 100 players in the NBA, and I'm going to go on to NBA 2K right now, put them on the rosters, and then we're going to send them on a season with these teams to see who is going to win. So without further ado, I appreciate if you have watched up to this point. You guys are seriously all the goats. So anyways, let's get to NBA 2K. Well, fellas, after about an hour, I finally got all the rosters accurate to the wheel draft, and it's time to begin this simulation. I'm so excited, so let's go over some of the teams. Now, we see the 76ers. They're looking pretty good after they got Jrue Holiday, Scottie Barnes, Brook Lopez, Marcus Smart. They were one of the few teams that got an extra player, and so were the Milwaukee Bucks, CP3, Brandon Ingram, Jared Allen, the Bulls, Curry, Jalen Green, Valanciunas, Nurkic, and I need you guys right now, as we go over these teams, to let me know down below who do you think is the best, and who are you picking to win today's simulation. I want to see all your comments. It is going to be a fun one. As my Boston Celtics, we got Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, Michael Porter Jr. Not a bad team, but is it good enough to win this simulation? As the Clippers, Devin Booker, Draymond Green, Tyler Hero. And for myself, if I had to pick a team that I think is going to win besides the Boston Celtics, I'd probably go the Orlando Magic. But anyways, like I said, this is one of the longest videos we've ever done here on Halftime Productions. I put a lot of work in this one because when you trade the top 100 players, everything gets crazy. It's all madness. And like we saw in the wheel draft, we literally traded them one by one. And if you actually watched the whole entire wheel draft, I just want to applaud you. You were seriously one of the GOATs. I mean, that was about 15 minutes. If you stayed all the way through, I mean, come on, guys. That's the best ever. I just appreciate that. It means so much to me. As we continue on with the roster overview, we see the Sacramento Kings, and then we got the New York Knicks. They're looking pretty good, I can't lie, with Damian Lillard, Anthony Edwards, Robert Williams III, and then moving on, we have the LA Lakers with Donovan Mitchell, Paulo Banchero, Miles Bridges, as he's back for the simulation, and the Lakers roster is good as always. The Magic, Jokic, DeRozan, Malcolm Brogdon. This is my pick to win the simulation. That team looks so good out there in Orlando. The Mavericks, Darius Garland, Chris Middleton, Kyle Kuzma on the team. The Brooklyn Nets, Zach LaVine, Miles Turner, Christian Wood, Jaden Ivey. Not a bad team right there. As the Denver Nuggets get Kevin Durant, Adebayo, Jordan Clarkson. So Denver, they're going to still be a good team, as my guy Jayson Tatum is no longer in Boston. He's on the Indiana Pacers with Desmond Bane, Bobby Portis Jr., RJ Barrett. I mean, the Pacers low-key could be a really good team. And the Pelicans, LeBron James, Jalen Brunson, Franz Wagner. The Pelicans are definitely going to be a good team. And the Pistons, Pascal Siakam, Vucevic, Westbrook, and Zion. The Pistons are also going to be another good team. That squad is stacked. As the Raptors, Anthony Davis, DeAndre Ayton, Lauri Markkanen. They have a bunch of centers and power forwards, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, as Trae Young and Klay Thompson are ahead to the Houston Rockets. But guys, remember to make your predictions right now. You can't make them when the playoffs start. You have to pick your team. Tell me how you think they're going to do, if they're going to make the playoffs or not. But as we continue on, the Spurs get Kyrie, Karl Towns, Spencer Dinwiddie on the team as well. The Phoenix Suns, they're not bad. Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, Andrew Wiggins on that team. The Oklahoma City Thunder, also pretty solid. D'Angelo Russell, CJ McCollum, Kawhi Leonard, Chet Holmgren's back. The Timberwolves, Bradley Beal, Josh Giddey, Fred VanVleet. I'm not sure how that's going to work. It could be nice. I don't know. And as we continue on with this roster overview, we're going to go to the Blazers, where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on the team with Jaren Jackson, Sengun, the rookie Scoot Henderson. This is not a bad team. I actually like this Blazers team. I feel like they do pretty good. As the Warriors have Joel Embiid, Jamal Murray, Wendell Carter Jr. on the squad. No more Curry in Golden State. It's going to be weird to see that. As Luke is on the Wizards with LaMelo Ball, Anunoby, Cam Johnson, Washington. They're going to be deadly. I mean, I like that team. Anyways, it is time to simulate to the end of the season to see which teams made the playoffs. So let's get there now. So SGA will win the MVP for the Blazers. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists per game. And the Blazers, I mean, they got a good one. As Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year. So back-to-back Blazers win awards. That's pretty crazy. As Zion comes off the bench in Detroit, averaging 21 points. That is definitely interesting. And another Blazer gets an award. It's Jaren Jackson Jr. as he wins Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think we've ever seen this before. 3 players of the same team win awards. And oh my goodness, Another player, it's Alfred Sengun. I mean, can you guys believe what we just saw right there? As we go to the league leaders in points, it's Damian Lillard of the Knicks, and then we got the MVP Alexander, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown is fourth with the Grizzlies, and we see Doncic, Jayson Tatum, Morant, Joel Embiid, and Jordan Poole. So the Grizzlies have 2 players in the top 10 for points per game, and now we go to the rebounds per game leaders. It is Bam Adebayo of the Denver Nuggets, Embiid of the Warriors, Walker Kessler's third, Sengun, and as we go to the assists per game leaders, it is Chris Paul of the Bucks at number 1. We got Harden, Morant, Russell Westbrook, LaMelo Ball for the Wizards, and now fellas, on the NBA standings, the New York Knicks, the best team in the NBA with 61 wins. How about that? As then we got Washington, Indiana, Toronto, Atlanta, Charlotte, Orlando, and Chicago Bulls will make the 8th seed. But oh my goodness, how about the NBA in the Eastern Conference? Look at the standings. As an 8th seed, the Bulls have 47 wins. So that means the Heat, who also had 47 wins, didn't make the playoffs. Imagine your team winning 47 games and you still don't make the postseason. That is absurd. As the Sixers, they finished last in the East with 24 wins. As on the Western Conference, I mean, what a year for the Blazers. 4 players who get awards and they take the 1 seed in the West. Then we got the Utah Jazz, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Lakers make it, Oklahoma City Thunder, Sacramento Kings, LA Clippers, and the Warriors. They will finish last in the West. As the teams that missed out of the playoffs are right here. The Pelicans with LeBron James, they almost made the postseason, but LeBron will miss out of the playoffs, as the Denver Nuggets, Spurs, and the Mavericks are the bottom at the West. And now fellas, the official playoff bracket is set for today's simulation. You see the 16 teams and the matchups. This should be a fun one. Let me know down below who you're going to root for in this simulation. I want to see all your predictions. So without further ado, all these games will be similar to live here on NBA 2K23, as the road to the NBA Finals will begin here in the very first round. So go sit down, go relax, go grab your favorite snack, and let the madness begin. Here we go. So we're going to be in the first round where the LA Lakers will move past the Oklahoma City Thunder. So Donovan Mitchell and this squad are going to get the job done in a sweep. So OKC fans, you guys are going down in the first round with Kawhi Leonard, as Mitchell and the Lakers will move on. And now guys, we are headed to LA, and now it's the Clippers who will go down in a sweep, as the Jazz will take care of them in the first round, winning game 4 112-103. So Utah Jazz fans out there, you guys take out Devin Booker and the Clippers. So the Lakers move on, and the Clippers will go down. As now we head to Memphis, Jaylen Brown at the line to tie the game, and he's got the free throw, but the Kings have a serious lead of 3-1. Antetokounmpo has the ball, and we are tied at 138. Can the Kings win the series or the Grizzlies 4-6? 30 seconds remaining in Memphis, and these fans are loud and on their feet. Here we go, Antetokounmpo screen from Capella. Giannis to drive, pull up jumper, and he cans it. And the Kings have a 2-point lead with 22 seconds. Grizzlies season on the line. Here is Jaylen Brown. The ball's in his hands. Will he be taking the shot from Memphis, as Brown has it closely defended by Harrison Barnes? Motioning. Here comes the screen from Walker Kessler. Brown the drive. Brown goes up with it. No! Rebound onto the Antetokounmpo with 5 seconds remaining, and the Grizzlies will have to foul, but that will send Antetokounmpo to the line, where if he makes 2 free throws, the series is over, and the first one is no good. Grizzlies fans, you guys still have a chance in this one, as Giannis now to make it a 3-point game, and he's got it. So 3-point game, 4.7 seconds, season on the line, inbound to Jordan Poole, goes to Brown, it's good if it goes, and it's off the mark. The Grizzlies will fall in 5, as Giannis and the Sacramento Kings will advance. What a game, and Giannis with 47 points in the closeout game. What a performance from the Greek Freak. As Sacramento fans, you guys are moving on, and now we're going to head to Toronto. It is the Raptors over the Hawks in 5 games, so a lot of 4-game and 5-game series here in the first round. As Toronto, they'll be moving on with Anthony Davis, as down goes Victor Wembanyama and the Atlanta Hawks in the very first round. And guys, we have 4 game 7s here in the first round. This might be a record on Halftime Productions, as we go to one in New York. Dame vs. Curry. What a matchup. Curry the 3 rattles in. Bulls have a 3-point lead with 35 seconds. Can Chicago do it? They're the 8th seed in this simulation. Here's Dame. Gets Curry. Dame. Good. Damian Lillard shakes up Stephen Curry with the behind-the-back move, but they're still down by 1 point in this game. But man, how about this matchup? Two of the best point guards in the NBA, Curry and Dame, as they can't catch Curry. Knicks will foul though, and they're still down by 1, like I said, to 24 seconds. We're gonna go home. Fans are on their feet. Curry the first free though, and he's got it. Stephen Curry with that big three to make it a 3-point game, and now he's got their free throws for 24 seconds. Inbounding is Robert Williams III. Now to Dame, down by 3. Season on the line for the 1 seed. Trying to avoid the upset. Lillard drive. Damian Lillard with nothing. Swings it. Anthony Edwards for 3. It's no good. Williams the offensive rebound. Back to Dame. Edwards gonna try again. And that's no good. But how about Williams keeping it alive? Now it's Josh Hart. And the Knicks miss again. Rebound. But he stepped out of bounds. So New York will have another opportunity. Oh my goodness. They can't make a shot here. 1.7 seconds. Season on the line. Inbounding to Dame. Dame walking behind the line. And time runs out. The 8-seeded Bulls with Stephen Curry upset the 1-seeded Knicks. How about that? What a wild finish here in New York as the Bulls will win and move on. As now we go to Indiana for our second game 7, as down goes Ja Morant and the Hornets, and the Pacers with Jayson Tatum will knock them off in 7, winning 107-94. So down goes Morant, and on goes Tatum of the Pacers to the second round. And so we're going to see another 8-seed force a game 7 on a 1-seed, but this time the Warriors as an 8-seed won't get it done, as they fall to the Portland Blazers in Portland 121-113. So down goes Joel Embiid, as on goes Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Blazers. And now, fellas, our last game 7 of the first round. It's our last series, and the Wizards with LaMelo and Luka are down by 1 to Jokic. What a battle this is. LaMelo, no. Rebound Joe Ingles. Magic have it up by 1 with 35 seconds. Can they get the dagger? Here is DeMar DeRozan. Takes it back out. Has Doncic on an isolation. Can he take advantage of this? As now Jokic comes to set a screen. DeRozan, no. What a pass. Blocked by Gafford. What a block! Wizards have it! 20 seconds! Johnson the break! Cam Johnson! Nothing there! Oh my goodness, that was an insane block as LaMelo! No good! Doncic out of nowhere, and he gets it home! What a crazy sequence! Now the Wizards have a 1-point lead. Here come Orlando. Season on the line. This place is going crazy. DeRozan, mid-range, gets to his spot and takes the jumper. No good. Wizards will hold on. Oh my goodness, that might be game of the year. Daniel Gafford, the game-saving block. Luka, the game-saving rebound. And the Wizards will prevail to the second round. So fellas, the second round is upon us. Hopefully your favorite team is still in this simulation. As you see the 8 squads, we have the Bulls as an 8-seed advancing. That was a crazy game. But anyways, without further ado, let's continue this simulation here in the second round. So sit down, relax, and let's keep it going. Here we go. We'll begin the conference semis in Sacramento with the Kings. We'll move past the Jazz in a sweep. As Antetokounmpo, that is just disrespectful. No need for that. And down go the Jazz. 117-128. Their season will be over in 4. As now we head to Toronto. Stephen Curry at the line. Bulls up by 1. Also up in the series. Curry's got the first free throw. 5 seconds remaining. The Raptors' season is on the line. They're at a timeout. Curry, this to make it a 3-point game. And he's got it. 5 seconds away are the 8-seeded Bulls to the conference finals. Inbound, it's Schroeder. 3 seconds, Schroeder gives it to Markkanen. Air ball, it's over. The 8-seeded Bulls are going to the Eastern Conference Finals as they knock off Toronto in 5. And how about this Cinderella story we got going on in Chicago? As now we head to Indiana, it is the Wizards winning the series in 6 over the Pacers as they score 145 in Game 6. So Washington will move on to play Chicago. I mean, complete domination. As for the Pacers, their season will come to an end. And so guys, Jayson Tatum had 30 points in the loss, but wait for this, the Wizards, Luka Doncic in this game, guys, he had 63 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, one of the greatest games you'll ever see. I mean, I had to put this on the screen. Wizards move on though. And in the last series of the second round, the LA Lakers have just beaten the 1-seed, the Blazers, with the MVP will go down in the second round as the Lakers will win in 6 and they're going to be moving on. And so now we are down to the final 4. In the West, we have LA versus Sacramento, and in the East, Washington versus Chicago as an 8-seed. lead. It's been a crazy simulation up to this point, so which two teams will move to the finals? Well, sit down, relax, and let's keep it moving. Here we go. We'll begin with a Game 6 in the Western Conference Finals with the Sacramento Kings. They're up by 2, they're up in the series as Mitchell ties the game. Lakers looking at 4-7. What a big shot there from Spida. 134 all, 30 seconds in Sacramento. Antetokounmpo, defended closely by Paolo Banchero, the Rookie of the Year last year. Here comes the Greek Freak, gets in the paint, puts it in! Giannis, he can't be stopped. The left-handed layup is good, and Sacramento leads by 2. Shot clock is off. Lakers looking to tie the game or go for the lead. Mitchell again, the same jumper, and he can't hit again. Donovan Mitchell, 2 big shots, and the Lakers, they just won't go away. As 11 seconds, Sacramento looking to win the series. The ball onto Antetokounmpo's hands. 5 seconds, Giannis with it. What is he doing? He's gonna get it going. Takes the 3. And it is no good. Come on, 2K. I can't believe they made him take that shot. And now, fellas, we got overtime. And as we head to overtime, Sacramento's down by 2, 30 seconds. Lakers trying to force the Game 7. Antetokounmpo to Harrison Barnes. Bang! Harrison Barnes in the corner from downtown. Kings have the lead. 152-153. What a game. But here come the Lakers. 20 seconds, down by 1. Defending closely is Malik Monk. 14 the shot clock. Mitchell, he's been clutch all simulation long. 3, no, ball tipped out. Lakers have it again. 10 seconds, season on the line. Mitchell at the 3-point line, takes the jumper for the win. No, another rebound. Gabe Vincent, this is good if it goes. It's off the mark. Lakers can't buy a bucket, and the Kings are headed to the NBA Finals as they win the series at 6. What a wild finish, dramatic all the way down to the end. And now as we head to the Eastern Conference, the Cinderella story is over for the 8-seeded Bulls as they will fall in 6 to the Washington Wizards with Luka Doncic in the Miller Bowl. But what a great run it was for Stephen Curry in Chicago, but ultimately their season's over and they're going to be going home in the simulation. Sacramento, Washington, we are down to 2 teams in the simulation, and we're getting some of the best of 7 series to see who would win the NBA Finals. The Wizards with Luka, the Kings with Antetokounmpo. Which team will prevail? Well, guys, the simulation comes down to this, so let's go. Guys, the finals will come down to a Game 7, 40 seconds, Kings down 2, Antetokounmpo. Here we go for the tie, it's good. We're all tied up. We're gonna go home for the championship. It doesn't get any better than this as here comes Washington and they gotta get to Luka here as the low ball goes to Doncic. Quick jumper off the mark. Rebound Clint Capella. Wizards fans, they can't believe it. They were just up by 2 as here comes Sacramento. 20 seconds. Antetokounmpo has the ball. Tie game. Game 7 for the finals, and they gotta get a double team going. You can't leave Antetokounmpo one-on-one. 6 on the shot clock. Giannis going right. Giannis. Oh! Jams at home. 6.7 seconds. No timeouts. Inbound. Doncic. 4. Luka. Crossover. Step back. Tie game. No! Kings win it! They do it in 7! And they're your NBA champions as they will win this simulation in the final moments of Game 7. Unbelievable finish, and the Washington fans are stunned. They can't believe what just happened. So congratulations, Kings fans. If you guys have watched this whole entire video, let me know down below. It was a long one, but I appreciate all of you. You're seriously all the GOATs. Kings will win today's simulation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. It's Halftime Productions, and we out for today.